Is this live stream actually streaming, or is it your imagination? Welcome, mere mortals, to Adobe Office Hour Halloween Special. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Hey everybody, welcome to Adobe Office Hours. That's right, it is, Nick, a very special episode because we're doing like 7 things today. Can we do a rundown of all the things that are happening today on Adobe Office Hours?
Yeah. First, welcome back. Live.
Hi. Yes, we missed last week. We're back and we're live.
2, we wait for this every year. The Spooktacular event of the year. No one does it like we do it on Office Hours. And what's our big third thing, Andrew?
The big third thing is that we are doing the Max Recap. I don't know if you said that because I honestly was looking at chat when you were talking. Okay, cool. This is also our Max Recap. So it is all kinds of things. We're back live. It is our Halloween Spooktacular that we love to do here on Office Hours, and we're doing an Adobe Max Recap. If you're tuning in, watching this on the replay, and you're like, this is insanity, there's too many things, that's fine. We've got chapters for you. You can scrub through, find things that are relevant to you, or hit Control Right to skip forward. And we're going to be talking about everything that came at Adobe Max, but we're going to talk about our experiences a little bit as well. And Nick, let's say hi to chat. Let's call out some names here.
I gotta shout out to Wade with the Knicks World. That was that was awesome.
It's true. Oh yes, and something.
It looks better from the side, don't you think? The wig.
We're close.
Like,
yeah,
it's perfect right there.
Yep.
But then here, kind of, you see all the crap.
I do want to show something off that is one of my favorite memories from Max. If you weren't there, we got some custom hats made, and I'm just gonna get close so you guys can see these hats that happened at Adobe Max. They're all gone now. Maybe we'll get some more and give them away as prizes, but let me get close real quick.
Ooh, let's see. Yes.
Right? Little cool kids watch Adobe Live hat. Pretty cool, huh?
Speaking of hats, here's the one I bought.
Ooh, name your layers.
Name your layers.
Yes.
This is the best one to wear amongst people who are not graphic designers or in our world. They're like, I don't even get your hat. And you're like, you're not supposed to.
Exactly. Yes. And someone in the chat is saying, I just got that Andrew is Arthur. Yes. Here, let me give you the full meme. Hold on. Wait for it. This is for you, chat. This is for you. Wait, I need to get down here and get the angry fist. The angry Arthur fist.
Very nice.
That's all I got for you. That's the meme. Somebody screenshot it. All right. All right, we're back in. Nick, I do want to talk to chat. Hi, chat. Hello. Chat, how was your Max experience? I know that a lot of people were watching digitally, watching the virtual experience. Let us know how you liked Max or something you learned.
Great idea.
Or even a session that you went to. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't skipped over this part, go ahead and comment down below. Let us know what you loved in the virtual experience for Adobe Max.
I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't even think about it after the last 2 years of seeing it virtual and then being there live. I was thinking about it often, like, how is it going on the virtual side? Like seeing the people there too must have been really cool as well.
Yeah.
Just even from that standpoint.
100%. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and jump into everything. It's nice to see you and share the meme in the Office Hours channel. Great. So if you don't know what Elizabeth is talking about, we do have a channel on Discord. It's so good. We do have our own Discord. It is just over there, discord.gg/ACC. There will also be a link down in the description or over in the chat. And this is gold right here. If you never tuned into Office Hours, we have a great Discord. We post in there. We have fun. Come join the community. It's a good time. We learn stuff and we level up our creative skills. And we post memes like this.
One meme at a time.
One meme at a time. It makes me so happy. All right. So let's go ahead and hop in and start talking about what happened at Max. And we're going to kind of start out, Nick, I think your students did a thing, right?
Yeah, they put together a fun little recap. I think this is great. Why Max?
Why Adobe Max?
This goes with all of our previous formatted programming.
That's true.
But yeah, these were some photos that myself and my students took. And it was just, man, it was, again, so great to be back live. That's our whole crew there on the top right. We had about 35 students that came and were able to spend the 3 full days. The big auditorium is where we had all of our big keynotes and everything. And then loved how much interaction there was even in the community pavilion. You can go up to the vendors like in the top left there. All kinds of really great stuff. The 21 Pilots, oh my God, that was one of the best concerts I've seen, let alone at a conference.
It was
you know
fun.
what I mean?
Yes.
And they were so good.
Steve Aoki opened for them outside, which was really fun. I remember I was walking by and he was playing the Titanic song, which was great.
Oh, yes.
Everybody's like just screaming at the top of their lungs.
Happening?
Yep.
Who's playing Celine Dion? I was like, that was great.
It was wild. And then we were live streaming from the Adobe Max booth the whole time. We have tons of swag. If you want to check out any of that content, Nick, I'm going to have you point up.
Yes.
Right there. Click on the title of this video. It'll take you to the Adobe Live channel and hit subscribe. There's a ton of content over there for Adobe Max. We did exclusive interviews with some of the speakers, and I think Nick got to do one with Fergie here.
Yeah,
and I got to do one with Zipping, which was really fun. So go check those out and subscribe to the channel. And I think we have one more slide here. This was awesome.
I'm glad you showed this because this was one of the stakeholders, one of the big dudes from Adobe. I can't remember. It wasn't the president. It was another guy. And he brought this slide up, which I thought was great. And he was really wanted to make sure all of us knew that. Just look at this first stat here. 90,000 new jobs created in media, communication, art, and design over the next decade. He really emphasized this idea of what a great time it is to be a creative. It was a perfect opportunity for them to talk about, our industry and everything else. 50 million jobs in the creative and cultural fields across the world. That gave every one of my students a bit of a sigh of relief. I gotta admit, that was really nice of them to share this stuff. So really great stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those were a lot of my favorite parts. Of course, my favorite part of Max is always the new features that roll out. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the new features. I do need to do the transition in for the people that skipped. Nick, do you want to do a transition for us? We'll get a transition in for the skip people.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. All right, 3, 2, 1.
And now here's what's new and shown first at Adobe Max. Let's go check it out.
Ooh, I love that.
Ooh.
Good skip. Thanks for skipping, everyone. You're here with us. All right.
Thank you.
So I'm going to cut to my screen and I want to show you right off the bat where you can get all of the things. If you haven't downloaded the Creative Cloud Desktop app, grab the Creative Cloud Desktop app, and then you're going to click right here on Updates, and it will show you all of the updates that have been coming out that you may need to update your programs, right? At Max, there were a lot of new features that were dropped, a lot of improvements, stability, speed, all that stuff, and it's all right here. You can see that everything that I have is up to date. And I did want to point something out real quick. And Nick, have you ever explored over here in the beta apps? There's like an extra little thing. So in beta apps right here, you can actually download beta apps with things that are being tested and see what's going on. So in Photoshop, I believe they demoed like a new way to do gradients and an improved gradient tool. And so I downloaded the beta and I can play around with that gradient tool until it's in wide release. So if you ever are curious about something, click on this beta apps and go see what's in here, and you can just play around and see what you can find, right? As Adobe's testing stuff.
You know what was wonderful was in the what's new in Adobe Illustrator, the two head programmers who were putting it on were literally like, not only do the betas, but there's going to be areas in there where you can talk to them directly and say, hey, this isn't working, or hey, this is a great feature. And the way they welcomed our input was so interesting. People were looking at each other going like, we could talk to the head people of these applications. Okay.
Yes. And that's the thing. Cool. Like, they're real people. I think that's funny. I was in a meeting with one of them and he's like, oh yeah, when you send emails, they come to me. And I was like, you're the guy? They're real people that do real things. So let's go ahead and talk about what is actually new first. And then let's come back to sneaks at the end and kind of look at what might be next. I think that we want to start out with one of my favorite programs. And Nick, I'm guessing it's your favorite program, Illustrator.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. We're kind of there.
Yep.
There it is. There it is. Wait.
Oh,
I finally got the Adobe Illustrator pillow.
Oh yeah, Nick's got a little pillow. Hold on, let me give you the full screen. There we go. Nick's got his little pillow back there. Sorry,
right
I muted everyone's audio.
Look at that little guy.
I made a mistake. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's new in Illustrator. And if you want to check out this site, it's just adobe.com/creativecloud/features. It will take you here to everything that is new with all of the programs. So we have weave shapes together with ease using that intertwine feature, which we're going to show. Get the lighting right in 3D. We've got new 3D options, including new lighting. Collect feedback. Share for review is in beta, and it is here. We've showed it before, but we're going to show you again. And then you can play nice with InDesign. You can copy and paste your text into InDesign, which as someone who only works in Illustrator and InDesign for like 90% of their work, this is literally the greatest feature that's ever been added to Illustrator for me.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a big
I
deal.
had no idea that didn't exist already. I was like, I saw the reaction. You could tell how many people in the audience were big users of both. So that's great news.
All right, so Nick, I want you to show off the Intertwine tool because what's on your screen right now I want to show. But can you hop over and we're gonna have you show off the Intertwine tool. This is the newest and probably one of the bigger updates that we've gotten to Illustrator in a long time. So can you kind of take us through what the tool is and what it does?
Yeah, and it's the coolest thing because it used to take you so much time to make certain elements of grouped or live text intertwine and go back and forth. Think of like how you would put together the top of an apple pie, right? With the things kind of going in above and under and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So what's really cool about this is you get this approach here.
Sorry, hold on real quick. Let me go ahead and actually demo like the old way to do it, because I think we've shown on the show before, like, oh, this is like the hack way to do it, and like so let me show the old way that we had to use to do it. So you would have two lines that would interact, right? Something like this. And then you would want one of them to kind of go over the other. I don't know why this isn't at 100%. I did something weird. But what I would have to do is like copy, make a paste copy, and then I'd go in here and make a clipping mask with one of them. And then I would have to send this to the back. And then you'd have to do all this to kind of create this dimension. Why is this not fully filled in?
Oh, is it 100% in opacity?
Yeah.
Oh, how about click on opacity? Is it multiply?
Show opacity, 3-point round.
Or maybe
is it the layer that I'm on?
Weird.
I've made mistakes. Anyway, you used to have to do it with clipping masks. Nick, show it the new way to do it. That was so anti. I like stopped you to show something and it didn't work.
Wonderful.
Nick, what's
so
the
here's
new
what
way
I
to do
did.
it?
I have this kind of lasso that's all by itself, and then I have some type here. Now, it doesn't have to be created outline type. It can be actually live type, which is like right here. So just to even show you really quickly, if I was to do just a cool little kind of like stroke like this, right? And I'm going to give that a red stroke here, and let's make it something different so we can actually see it, and then I'll pump up the weight of that here. Perfect. All right, cool. So even here I can go into this really quickly, and with this, both of them selected, you go to object and then you go to intertwine and you go to make, and what you'll get is this little lasso, and as you do this and close that, it will actually take these and swap the order of what you've just highlighted.
It's
so what I like about this is you can really, you can play off this and have some fun and be like, okay, that one there, let's see here. Maybe this whole thing goes behind the W. So if you go like this, you will get it like that. That's pretty amazing. You're in control. Like here, I'm gonna put it behind the entire E. That's kind of cool too.
Yep, and someone's saying that they didn't know you could do it with live type. Yes, you can do it with live type.
Yes.
It's wild.
Look at that. So there you go. So there's kind of the end result. Now when I have something like this.
What happens, sorry, I'm just curious. What happens if you try to change that live type? Can we make it say like Wild West or something? Like
Yes. Yes. There you go.
Oh, so it's basically keeping the selections that you had. That's interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it is basically doing that technique where it has the like clipping masks or whatever. That's interesting. So you can change the text and you just need to go in and redefine.
So smart. I love the way that works. So on this one, what I love about this is we're going to have some interesting ones to mess around with. And these are all, this is a graphic. So this is literally, you know, not a stroke with like a brush on it or anything. It is literally just vector art. And I've done the same here. Now, so we're going to, let's select these two guys here and we'll go do this again. We're going to go to object and intertwine and make. Now I didn't know this, but if you hold the shift key down, you get a square.
Oh,
you get a marquee. Now, what's neat is if it's not an intricate area where you got to get in there with a lasso, just do this. That's super easy. You're not trying to create a closed space and making sure the lasso goes back to where you started. So I love that idea that you can do that. Someone showed me that. That was my friend Tony, who was at the booth, at the Adobe Live booth. when we were there. So I was like, oh, that's cool. Awesome. So here we go. Now look at this little area. Let's check. Ooh, this is scary. We got a lot going on here.
There's some craziness.
So I'm going to grab just the S and the D here. We'll go back here, intertwine, make, and I'll keep it on the lasso so we can see how this looks. So if we go here, I want the orange in front. Perfect. Nice. Now let's say on this one, I want the lasso to go behind the orange. Same thing. Intertwine, make, and let's see how this works. Ooh, whoops. Let's see. 1, 2, object, intertwine, make. There's our lasso. Okay. There it goes. Look at that.
That's so cool.
The order I wanted. You're totally right. And you're saying, I even thought I had a great way of doing this before, using like Pathfinder and offset path and building this thing and then going in there and like chiseling away all the negative. It would have taken me probably 30 minutes to do those 2 little things right there.
Yep.
So such a great tool. I want to show you this one little area too. When you have something even just that complicated and instead you just want to send the whole thing to the back, you could do that the same way. So go back here, whoops, here, and that, intertwine. Ooh. Oh, I guess because it's already made, I can't do another one?
I wonder what happens if you hit expand. I'm just curious at what an expanded intertwine looks like.
Oh,
object expand.
Here, let me get this whole thing in the back.
All right.
So we're going to put the whole thing behind the W.
I'd be really interested if it like cuts it out or what it's going to do.
Ooh. So that, like take these two and expand?
Yeah, go to object expand and see what happens.
Right. Hold on, everybody. Here we go. Oh. Let's see.
Okay, so it is.
Oh, it's still it's
making a clipping mask. It's literally doing that technique that we showed, where you're kind of masking 2 things over each other and just create. That's so interesting. That's really interesting.
I like that it's keeping it there because it's like, and then I think they showed too. When you look at history or appearance, you'll see how much is actually happening. What Adobe Illustrator is doing in the background that it would have taken you 30 minutes to do.
Yep, exactly.
Pretty incredible.
All right, so that's Intertwine. It's awesome. There will actually be a ton of content coming to you next week about Intertwine, and there was some this week as well in our creative challenges. Yes. You can tune in every day, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. There are creative challenges to help you level up your skills. And we also are starting something new next week. We're starting a design challenge. So every day at 2 o'clock, we are going to be doing a design challenge. It's going to be a little bit of anything, which will be fun. So tune in for that next week. All right. So, and yes, someone's saying we're going to see Celtic knots everywhere. Yes.
It's going to be in every logo.
100%.
That was the first thing I think a bunch of designers said in our row that when they showed that off. That was pretty cool.
All right, so I want to show you one more thing, and that is quick actions. So we've shown you how to do graphic styles here on Office Hours before, but Adobe's taking it to the next level here in Illustrator. So I'm just going to make a quick like vintage circus-y kind of thing. And I'm going to do a 3-pointed star. I'll make this a nice little red. Going to scale this up, and then let's go ahead and do a radial repeat. So we'll go to object, we'll do repeat, and then radial. There we go.
Nice.
Looks good to me. Let's do a bunch more of those by dragging the instances up. And then I want them to touch in the middle right there. You know what? Let's maybe move this. Let's just stretch it. There we go. All right. So we stretch it out a little bit. So we got a radial repeat. My goodness. And then I'm going to crop that into just a 1920 by 1080. Little clipping mask over that. All right, and that's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you were the quick actions that we have.
Ooh, let's see.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna align this real quick, is I wanna have some like cool carnival circus kind of type stuff here, right? So I'm gonna add a background color real quick. All right, done. I'm gonna put my type in here and just type in, let's do Office Hours.
Because it is a circus every Friday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Oh, Nick, we have a huge announcement to make.
Oh, wait, breaking news.
Breaking news, Nick. What's happening next week with Adobe Office Hours?
We're changing our hours.
For the first time
going to be in office.
ever. Yes, we're changing our office hours. We will be moving to noon, 12 p.m. Pacific time will be at the new time for office hours going forward. We're moving.
Ooh.
Huge.
Does that mean we have to be more professional because we're actually like in the real part of the workday?
We're in like prime time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully not. All right, so I have office hours here, but I want to do kind of a cool vintage effect. Now, I could do all kinds of extra effects here and kind of stack stuff on top, or I could click on the Discover, which is right up here in the top right. This little thing, and we can just type in quick actions. Now, if you land here at the home, it does have quick actions right here. And so you're gonna wanna click right there on quick actions. And there is one that is old school. Now, right now, there's only a few. Nick's gonna show you the other one because I can see it on his screen. He's really excited. But I wanna show you old
just
school.
Just making sure it's gonna work.
We can click right here and check that out. It has very quickly just changed that and applied all of those different pieces, right? It has made a style for me and formatted this text so easily. So I can go to the properties panel and change the sizing of this, and you can see all of the things that are added onto this. You have the font, you have the alignment. Maybe I want it to be larger, so I can just increase the size right there. It's gonna keep all those styles for me. And then maybe I want it to be in a little bit.
Love that.
That looks good to me. And then if I want to see how this is made, I can click on the appearance panel right here. And that's going to open up the appearance panel. You can see all the different pieces that are happening in this design, right? So we have the warp arc lower. We've got all of these strokes. We've got the shadows. All of that is in there and easily customizable, right? So maybe I want different colors on here. I can just go in and change the stroke color to maybe be like this darker blue right here. Right, and as we change those, it is going to give us new colors. So there we go. Now I've got nice bold. Maybe we want the offset on this path to be a little bit more. We can just increase that, and you can see the stroke now coming through. And maybe I want it to go in.
Ooh, negative.
Right? And then maybe we want that stroke to be a little bit larger. Cool. So you can go in.
Yeah, you've created something totally new with that.
Right? We want it maybe to have like rounded edges. You can come in and really maybe want it to be dashed. You can play around and create all kinds of cool stuff using these quick actions, right? And there are like 4 or 5 right now. There's going to be more, but they're super easy to use. And Nick, you've got a great one up there as well. Go ahead and show us how to use this retro effect.
Let's hope this works. I was messing around with it earlier today. So again, like you said, you hit the home button and Discover, you go to quick actions, and you can see you get all these really cool ones. So we've got retro here that will basically turn it and give it this, look at this fill it gives it right off the bat.
Ooh, tasty.
Like, so cool. I love that vibe. And so again, you can look through here and you can see I'm assuming it's here, graphic styles. Is that where you can see or how did you get the appearance? Just by clicking on it? And
so if you scroll down, so if you click on your text and then hit apply, and then you go to the appearance panel, which is the little circle right there. Yep.
There we go. So we get to see everything here, including that fun fill it made, which is great. The opacity, you can see that it offset path a little bit to create that. This is great. I love that vibe. I'm assuming what's cool about this is I think this is like seeing some of the cool stuff we love about Adobe Express, right? Where it did some of those font recommendations and even beyond just picking a font, it kind of stylizes it in a way. And here's something great. I think the old school one and this are perfect examples. You can even do neon. It has a few other ones as well. So let's take a look and see if I take that one and do.
The neon is great.
Yeah, so here we do neon. Perfect. Look at that. Get this instant effect. Even if it's just your starting point, guys, like, you know, to me, this is cool because it's almost giving you the tutorial, because I would have learned that anyways to figure out how to do something that I don't know how to create in Illustrator.
Yep.
But it's almost giving you the answer, and then you can break it down and see how the solution was made. I love that.
Yep.
Really cool.
It's really cool. So Nick said something that I want to transition over into, and that was kind of the integration of these things that we're seeing in Adobe Express and some of the auto layout and whatnot. We have some new auto stuff over in InDesign, my favorite program.
Go for it.
And you know what? Let's just say, oh, Andrew, I had a bunch of text that was over here in InDesign. Hold on, I need to format this right. Okay, so I'm working, and I'm like, man, I have all this text that's, Andrew, what's happening? Pull it together. All right, here we go. I have all of this text that is over here in Illustrator. Oh, how am I going to get that in InDesign? I'm going to copy and paste, because guess what? You can copy and paste between the two now. Oh, that made my heart so happy. All right, so we have our content here, which is great. But let's say that I want to maybe do something a little bit different. And this is like, hello, everyone. Right, and we're working on different fonts, trying to figure out how to format all this. And this could take a long time, right? Trying to format all of your text can take a long time in InDesign, trying to find the right font, the right size, all of that goodness. But there is a new feature, right? And I'm just making crazy text boxes right now. And let's just put this in a different font right there. Let's put this one in a different font. Why not that one? So this looks crazy, but what we can do that's really cool is there are now like auto styles that you can use. So it's in a technology preview, which means that there's still work being done on it and whatnot. But what I can do is you can go to Window, then you can go all the way down here to Styles, and then go, oh, my character panel is literally on my other screen. There we go. Okay, so you can go to Window, you can go to Styles, and then you can go right here to Style Packs. And these Style Packs are brand new, awesome new feature. And all you need to do is click, and it will download that style pack, and then it will apply it to your document. So give it a second, and it will apply it to this document, right? So it's syncing through the cloud in a million tiny pieces. We're gonna click on it. It is auto styling that text.
Didn't they say it actually is looking at your content and some of the verbiage in there to know what kind of fonts to recommend?
Yep. So it kind of guessed that everything was body copy, which it wasn't laid out very well. But let me open a different document real quick that is something I've actually designed and use that. So I did this like budget grocery list for one of my clients, right? It's not great, but it's whatever. And let's say that I want to format this content with this kind of look. All I need to do is click on it and watch this. It will auto format, and it's found the heading for me. It's found the body copy, and maybe I don't like this font. I can scroll down here and find a different one, right? Maybe I want something that has these kind of borders.
Yeah.
There we go, something like this. So I can click here, and it will automatically format that. So it does a lot of work very quickly and very easily for your documents in InDesign.
This might even be the thing that gets me to try InDesign a little bit more.
I
think when I saw that, I immediately went like, that was my biggest fear with it, is not knowing this kind of organization with it. So seeing that they are giving you, remember, I think we called it a few months ago when we were first looking at Adobe Express, we're like, a lot of this ease is going to come into the other applications.
We did. We called it.
Right. And here it is. It's kind of crazy,
you
know? And I hope everybody knows, all of our listeners, that Adobe Express and everything we've been showing, we all know how good it is. But a lot of people discovered it for the first time last week. Which was pretty remarkable.
Yep. So if you do a style, then you can come in here and you can actually look at paragraph styles, and it's going to give you all of those paragraph styles. So right now we have classic. You can see everything that is on these styles. And if we wanted to, right, let's say that the heading is too big, I can just go to edit heading, and it's going to open up a document or a box for me. And I can look at the sizing right here. And maybe I want to take this down to 45. Maybe the leading will be 50. I can hit OK, and it's going to update that everywhere that it is in the document. So it's going to auto format, but if the sizing isn't right, you can always come in here and just change whatever you need by going to edit. In this one, maybe I want this to be 10 and the leading to be 14, hit OK, and it's going to update all that. Right? If you need to know what something is, you can double click on it. And when it's selected, it will show list right there. We have heading right here. So it will auto format, but then it also will show you what that auto format is. And you can go in and change it. So you can format an entire document very quickly and then go back and augment it to make a little bit more of what you're looking for.
That's really cool.
Yes, by far, that is going to be such a huge help for me in InDesign. I already have character style set up really, but being able to just auto flow and then reassign them is going to be so helpful to not have to go and format everything.
I like how it's set up in the folders, and it kind of feels like it's like so organized, and like you said, it's a pack, right? They call it a character pack.
Yep.
It's like the perfect solution for those of us that don't want to even try InDesign. Now I'm ready.
Yep. And again, it is in technology preview, so it is very early for you to try it. And there's a lot coming. I'm guessing that once it's out of technology preview, nice. You'll be able to do a whole bunch more stuff, which would be really cool. All right. So Nick, you have something else on your screen that you want to show. Let's go ahead and pop over here. One more quick action. Yeah.
There was the two that I didn't even try yet, but this is kind of cool. If you have a drawing you've done, let's say, on your iPad, or even you've just sketched it and you took a picture of it, in the quick action area, you have this new one here, convert sketch into vector, and it'll basically take that, figure out the best refinement for it, and now you've got this. I will do it in yellow. Oh, I got to expand it. I'm assuming that's probably why, right?
No,
hit there.
Yeah, sure.
There we go. And now we have vector version in a really quick action. I love that vibe. That's pretty cool. And then I haven't even tried this one yet, but it has recolor as well.
Yes, and someone has just come into the chat. Go ahead and show the recolor real quick.
Yeah, let's see what it does. Any random color?
I think it needs to be vector.
Oh, that's why. Okay, gotcha. Yep. Let's give that a shot. Here, we'll make this here. Go here, and we will try reply. Oh, perfect. It's just gonna like have some fun, I guess.
Yep, and if you have a document with a bunch of different colors in it, which is funny because I literally just did a tutorial about how to like recolor your artwork. If you have a bunch of different colors, it will like recolor that for you, which is really cool.
Oh, this is really, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna just do this one and convert, it will go just to black and white, I believe, correct?
Yeah, let me see if I have any like stock stuff that I can open that has like a bunch of crazy colors on it.
Even this, maybe this thing here. Let's see.
See what happens. Is that a background?
I think it's all vector. Let's see.
Hold, please.
Oh, let's probably not. Let's give it a shot real quick and see what happens.
And yes, someone is asking in the chat. I am indeed Arthur. Hello.
There you go.
Hello. Yes, it's true.
Give it a shot.
Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna open up something. Let's do this. Let's open up my little tutorial that I just did about recoloring artwork and show you how to recolor artwork.
Perfect.
Awesome. Okay, so we've got our colors here, right? And I think that what we can do is select all this, and then we can just come in here to our quick actions and go to recolor and check that out. That's so cool. And so it's recolored it for us, right? It's pulled new colors. And then if we want to change it, we can go in here and refine those colors.
Perfect.
Cool.
Dude, that's awesome. Love that. People still don't know this exists, and I'm glad they're bringing it to a quick action because I think that properties panel, you can see that's where they're kind of building it. The quick actions are showing up there. The beta ones are still in Discover, I believe. So very cool to see these things showing up there. I'm a big fan of this like one-click efficiency. I'll be really happy with these kinds of things.
Yep.
Ooh, great color palette.
I know, this palette's great. Somebody screenshot this.
Yeah.
I'm stealing this for myself. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's the easy way to do it right there. So just recolor, easy. All right, I want to hop over into Photoshop for a second. And while I do that, I'm going to open up the Creative Cloud app, and I have Photoshop right here, so I'm going to go ahead and open that. I want to show you some new advancements that have come over to Photoshop. And someone's saying that they want to see a little bit more. Go to our Discord. You can see a little bit more of this costume in the meme that we had in there. I did the Angry Arthur fist. All right, so I do want to show right here, we are going to hop into Photoshop. And here's what's new in Photoshop. We have intricate selections so that you can process in the cloud. We've got share for review. Nick, we can show share for review in Illustrator because it's the same.
Oh yeah,
when we come back.
I'll send it off to you, and we'll see it live.
Yep. And what I do want to show you is the fill in the blanks automatically. So there is a new one-click delete and fill, and it is so good. It is so helpful. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up real quick. There we go. So right, look at these guys. Look at these guys. So there are a couple things that I want to fix. So Nick has some like buttons here. Mm-hmm. I always say buttons like with a really hard
like
T.
Benjamin Buttons.
Button. Sarah Whittle. So I'm going to grab my lasso tool and just do like a 5-pixel radius. And I'm just going to click and drag and hold shift over all these buttons. I want this to be a buttonless jacket. I don't like it. So all I need to do is go around all of these buttons right here. I'm being pretty loosey-goosey with it. And then I also have like these little like things on my face that I don't like. So I'm going to go ahead and just take these out as well.
And you're just holding shift down and doing these all together, correct?
Yep. I'm just holding shift and selecting all of the things that I want to take away.
Different backgrounds, different subjects.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, you guys are getting like close up on my face right there. That little guy, not going to have it. So everything's different, right? It's got all kinds of different pieces. All I need to do is right click and then go to delete and fill section and watch what happens. Pew, 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 pew. Everything is gone. All the things on my face are fixed. Literally. Here, let me do a before and after. Let's do this. Let me go there. There we go. All right. So here is the before.
Yeah.
Right. And then I literally just went in, selected these things, holding shift. And you don't have to go in and like set any points for anything. You literally can just like select the things that you want to go away and it will take them away. It is so helpful. It's probably one of my favorite advancements that we've had in Photoshop in a long time.
I do love, hey, yes, it's speeding up the process, but the fact that you can grab multiple things from multiple subjects all over the place and do it in one step, that's pretty incredible.
Yep. And I mean, it did it like flawlessly.
It's pretty good. Yeah, right? I'd be doing that for about 20 minutes.
It's magic. What happens if I try to delete your eye? I'm just curious here.
Try it.
Let's get spooky. Happy Halloween, everyone. Delete and fill.
Oh,
this is horrifying. Welcome to Office Hours, where we are about to go completely off the rails.
Nice.
This is great. This is my new favorite tool.
See what happens when I let him use all our promo pictures.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, it brought in some corduroy. I like that.
It did. A little, yeah. All right. Happy Halloween, everyone. Here we are on Office Hours.
A sneak peek at next year's costume from Nick.
That's it. Can I get rid of my mustache? Let's just get rid of my whole mouth. Let's see what happens here. Delete and fill. Glorious.
Next week's thumbnail.
Models right there. All right. So speaking of next week, so that's pretty much the only thing that I wanted to show you in Photoshop. There is the new gradient tool in the beta. If you want to check that out, I'm not going to show you today. I don't like to show beta apps on live stream, but if you want to find them, you can go into the Creative Cloud app and then just go to beta apps right here and download that. So Nick, let's go ahead and.
Ooh, I think I gotta send something to you.
I think you do, yeah. Nick, can we review this Wild West thing that you're working on?
I think let's do it. And let me tell you, this is the first thing other than Intertwine that I've tested all week long, and I've been using this all week, and it's working fantastic. Up here, share. You now have these two choices. Okay, so if I want to invite Andrew to just have this file and it's in my Creative Cloud, he gets to get it, open it up, edit, do whatever, great. But here's another thing: share for review. And as this is still in beta, it is working fantastic for me. You're going to click this here and basically wait before you're sharing. You have to put this into the Creative Cloud, I believe.
Yep.
So I'm just going to do that.
Save it as a cloud doc.
Where it is.
Saving away.
Also,
hi chat. Hello. If you're just tuning in, we are having our Halloween Spooktacular Adobe Max Recap Office Hours preview.
Yes.
All at the same time. Also, if you missed it, sorry. We are moving to noon next week is our new time. And starting in January, I will just give you a little preview. We might be going to Twitch. So Office Hours is on the move. Office Hours is making some moves. Anyway, moves. Nick.
Yes.
Nick is continuing. Share for review. That's my screen. Here's your screen. There we go.
There we go. So I want to send this off. I'm thinking like client review. This is maybe version 3. I can go in here and start my own kind of version of like what the naming is here as well. And what I could do is who has access, anyone who has that link. So they do not have to sign on, register, have the Adobe Cloud, anything like that. I'm going to go here as well and get this link. And what it's gonna do
Nick, we're about to do something really fun. I just got an idea.
Like, I can't wait to see.
You're good. Yep. Generate that link.
Perfect. So I'm going to copy it.
Thank you.
And I'm going to give it over to him via Slack. So you've got that there.
Little me, can you do it via Discord instead?
Oh, yes.
I just don't want to open Slack again.
Okay, give me a second.
All right, so Nick is going to drop this over to me.
What happened?
Where are you? Here. Hello. I just sent you a DM so you can send it to me in there.
There we go.
So this is share for review, and we want to show you that it's not just right Nick like sharing it with me. Okay, I'm about to do the most chaotic thing that we've probably ever done.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leverage a great tool called Adobe Express right here to generate a QR code.
Even better.
So this QR code, anyone that's watching this, go ahead and scan this. You can scan this and you can leave us feedback on this document that Nick is doing. So I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna scan it real quick and see what happens. I actually don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it.
Go easy on me, Wade. I know that's. I know.
Okay, it didn't work.
I'm just waiting.
It didn't work. It didn't work. Okay.
Oh, it did not.
It didn't. Okay. Oh, hold on. I didn't. Hold on. I didn't copy it right. I didn't. That's why.
Oh. Okay.
Wait for it. Hold on, everybody.
Please hold.
All right. Try it now.
There we go.
I need to try it. We're testing this for the first time. Assets.adobe.com. Okay. All right. I'm on my phone.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's happening in real time.
No way. We're all reviewing version 3. Oh,
opening document. Great. Let's go ahead and add a comment. Let's pin right here. And I can just say, love this orange.
The more comments, the better. Please, everybody.
Sweet.
That would be amazing.
So name Andrew. Continue as guest.
And next week we'll show the document with everybody's comments.
100%. So it works now. Everybody scan that. And Nick, can you go ahead and in your window, can you open up your, I think it's like share for review. There's something that will pull up the comments. Oh, right there. There we go. So if you move that box, you can actually see that where I pinpointed it. So move that box around. My pin is behind the box. There we go.
There we go.
So you can see the specific place that I pinpointed my comment to him, and it shows up there. And there we go. Chat is not in chat anymore. Chat is happening on this document with share for review.
Hey, look at that.
It's kind of fun, right? So chat, you can go in there, leave your comments if you have suggestions, whatever. But again, it's a really cool thing that if I am working on a project, we could all share this project, do input all together at the same time. We can leave feedback. Nick can comment back to Wade like he is right now. You can circle things. And yes, you can comment as a guest and just put your name in there. So share for review, like one of my favorite things. It is so good. And it's really powerful for clients to be able to go back and forth. You can resolve things. You can mark it as like completed. You can do all kinds of stuff right there.
Yes.
And yes, Wade is going to have to moderate share for review chat as well.
Yes. Fix this rope.
Yes, that's so fun. So yeah, chat, you can go here, scan this QR code if you're watching in the future. You can go add a comment to this document. And it saves as a Creative Cloud document, which is really cool because then you have version history, we can track all the comments, like everything is there and tracking along, which is really cool.
Yes.
And yes, you can do it straight from your smartphone.
I know. And do all the comments right there on your phone. This is crazy.
Yep. All right, so
handy.
Let's go ahead and talk about some more new stuff real quick. And then we do want to give you a preview of where Office Hours is going because we've got some big changes coming. Let's go ahead and look at Premiere Pro. And we're not going to show you anything because Nick and I are not Premiere Pro people. We're kind of video people.
We are Premiere novice.
Exactly. Yeah. And people are asking for the QR code. Here's the QR code right here. If somebody can screenshot this and then drop it into the Discord, that would be great. So screenshot. Thank you. Drop it in Discord and you can scan over there. All right. So let's talk about Premiere Pro. If you want to learn more about this week we've had Evan Abrams doing a full week of tutorials about what's new in Premiere Pro and what's new in video. So you can just go to Adobe Live. Nick, can you point up?
Yes, right here.
Right there. Click on the title of this video. It'll take you to the channel and you can find 5 lessons that are all about what's new in video. But I do want to cover and talk about it a little bit at least.
I'm getting all the notifications of everybody's comments.
Yes, that's hilarious.
Keep going, guys.
All right. So feedback, again, share for review is in there and you can use frame.io in video now to get feedback, to add comments, make changes. You also can export directly to social media, and there is AI to help you with colors and color correcting, which is great.
Nice.
And again, Evan gave us a crazy overview. And actually, let's go ahead and open up what Evan did this week, just because I want to show you all.
See it. Yeah.
And we can kind of just go over the general topics. Oh, actually, here, let's do this, y'all. Go to behance.net/challenge/premiere. And that will take you to all of the things that we did this week. I literally am in charge of this. I don't know why I didn't just send you here. So we have remixing, importing, and exporting bin clips audio tracks. You can use the new remix feature to do 10, 15, and 30-second versions. So the remix feature is really cool. It will basically take your video and then use AI to figure out how to make it whatever length that you want. It'll like fix the audio. It'll fix the cuts. It's so good for kind of cutting stuff down. There's a lot of Premiere Pro graphics that are included now that were big updates. And then there were big masking updates as well. And then After Effects track mats. We actually did track mats right before this show. If you tuned in, they were going through all the stuff in track mats, which is really cool.
Nice.
So that's video. Nick, that's all the new stuff I think we want to talk about. Were there any other new things we want to talk about on our outline?
Do we want to go to the newest things? The things that are so far out that they might just have given us a sneak?
Oh, like a sneak, just like a little sneak peek. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about sneaks
in the future.
Yeah, so sneaks happened at Adobe Max. And Nick, let's talk about this first. What are sneaks and what do they usually entail?
They are programmers from Adobe getting to showcase what they've been working on. And it's really rough. It's really kind of an idea. It's not an app. It's kind of like it's going to be placed maybe in an app. So maybe it's a new feature they're working on for Photoshop or a new audio feature that's going to be working in the editing programs, you name it. So we get to see it. And it's really neat because it's like very coded and very like rough, but you get the idea. And so does everybody in the audience. So it's really neat. They showed 10 off this year.
Yep. So I'm going to show kind of a couple of our favorites. My favorite was Project Magnetic Type. So let's see what happens. Like maybe I'm going to get a copyright strike for showing this. I don't know. Good luck, everybody. So what's cool is Project Magnetic Type was basically a kind of demo that you could snap things onto other things, right? So they took this tail and snapped it onto live type, and it made it so that if you changed or moved anything, that piece would stay along with the type, right? And you can see there it's scaling. It's like all the elements that you're adding to type are staying magnetic, and then you can detach them as well. This was one of my favorite things. So you can go watch this on the YouTube channel.
It's incorporated too. It's not just sticking to it. Like you said, it will change and manipulate as you change the artwork itself.
Yep.
It's really good.
It's wild. Okay, so that was out. Nick, what was your favorite sneak?
I really did like the one where it showed was it All of Me, I think it was, or the one where it shows the person, and let's say you have a very bad cropped image of someone and you want more. I think that's even, if you scroll back a little bit, you'll see that the original picture was cropped really off. There it is. That's the original.
Okay.
They didn't like the fact that they didn't have the entire image of the young lady. They were thinking the background was a little boring, and they wanted to try some different wardrobe things, right?
Uncropping. Yes. That is such a weird thought to have like an uncropping tool.
When
it's like, uncrop this. You're
whoa.
Like, there was nothing there, and it just made it.
That's a great way to say it. So look what it did.
That is crazy.
It analyzed her, analyzed the background. Look, it brought in the sidewalk all by itself.
That is wild.
Finished the building. It put a tree in front of the building. Look at that.
That's crazy. What a great sneak.
And then they got to show, they were like, okay, well, maybe we're not happy with her outfit. So they did multiple versions. Look at this. And then multiple backgrounds.
That's so crazy.
Oh my God. To me, this is one of those ones where it's like, as a Photoshop kind of intermediate user, like these are the kinds of things that now I can add to my list and do for a client nice and quick.
Yeah.
And let's face it, the social media world has led us to this and wanting to have something so quick and powerful to change. And look at the difference in the flyer. I love that.
That is so crazy. Okay, so we have one more that I want to show that was probably my favorite, and that was Vector Edge. So this basically what it does is it would make it so that you can make mock-ups really well. So it's kind of a tool for mockups. And we're showing here, it basically is taking like a flat image and then figuring out where the 3D like is on the image, and it finds those edges, and it even does corners. I remember when they showed corners and people like started clapping. Like, it's so cool.
And that is not a 3D model. That is, she says at the very end, that was a JPEG just placed in Illustrator, and the artwork knows how to now read it as a 3D object.
Yep. It's magic. Crazy. Yeah, right there. It goes over the edge, and I was like, "Rah!" And then also they take it and go over the like other edge. There's Kevin right there. Like it right is so powerful to put it. And yeah, and it's funny because I think there's been a lot of stuff in Sneaks in the past that like just disappears, and sometimes it appears and it's like an awesome new feature. So who knows? Sneaks is really cool. It's on the channel if you want to go check it out.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, so Nick, we've taken a look back at Adobe Max. It's time for us to take a look forward at Adobe Office Hours. And what's coming for Adobe Office Hours? Let's do some like broad announcements first. What is happening next week for the first time ever in Adobe Office Hours history? And it will be the future.
We are moving our time from 2:30 p.m. Pacific to noon p.m. Pacific time. So
noon
we are here
p.m.
2.5 hours early, guys.
Yes.
2.5 hours early.
So we'll be here early, starting at noon. We'll be taking over that noon to 1 o'clock spot. Tune in. Please join us. Don't leave us. We need you. We need you here in our hearts. Yeah. So come join us for that. That is our new time. Let me like double check that. I'm like fully not confident now that I just said that. But I do know that we're moving times. And then starting at the end of the year, our last show for Office Hours this year is going to be a year in review. And we will be simulcasting from YouTube and Twitch. And who knows, in the new year, Office Hours may be making a little bit of a switch over to the Adobe Live Twitch. Yes, we are at noon. Double confirmed. We are at noon next Friday. And Nick, what are we launching? Because we're launching a new series, a new season, if you will, of Adobe Office Hours. It's been a while since we've had a new season.
Yeah, we haven't had a real kind of change into a whole new one. And we are starting our Pro series next week. And the first episode is all about presenting projects like a pro.
Yep.
Look at those pros. Look at those pros.
Look at those pros right there. A couple pros. So we're going to be doing a pro series again, trying to talk to you about being a professional, giving our insights. Nick and I are, yes, live streamers, but also very active in the industry. We have other jobs too. And we are designers. So we were going to give you the inside scoop of what it's like to work in the industry. So we have presenting projects like a pro. From there, we are going to be showing you how to do Adobe Express for creative professionals. If you're a creative professional, we're going to show you how to use Adobe Express. And Nick, this has been your like latest obsession, right?
Yeah, and love seeing people discovering it for the first time. Express is pretty amazing. Love it.
Yep, absolutely. And we also have coming up how to get clients like a pro right after that. And then we have how to price like a pro. We know that you all love to talk about money. We love to talk about money too. So we're going to be doing how to price like a pro. And then we'll do staying organized like a pro to end the year, showing Creative Cloud libraries and whatnot, which will be a grand old time.
Perfect. Wow.
All right, I have one more announcement to make. I know, there's so many announcements. I'm going to give you guys another QR code real quick. This is my new favorite thing to do in
Express.
Yes.
You can just do it while you're talking. It's so simple.
It really is. So I'm going to send you to this link. Let's get it up on the screen right there. So everybody go to this link. Oh, right there. So this is going to be something that's coming up in a couple weeks. Not next week, but the week after, I believe. It is November 31st, 6th, 4th, 7th. November, one of those days. 2 Mondays from now, we'll be doing an Adobe Express boot camp with yours truly. So we'll be hanging out and we have different presenters each day and we're showing you how to use Adobe Express with the other Creative Cloud programs. So I'll be hosting November 7th and we'll be talking about how to use Illustrator with Adobe Express. Then we have Photoshop in Adobe Express. We've got video in Adobe Express, Lightroom, and content creation at the end of the week. So this is a huge initiative. It's going to be a great time. If you want to, go ahead, scan this QR code right here. Go register for the boot camp and make sure you join us. And you can even add little reminders, right? You can add to your calendar. We do have little templates for you to use as well, but add it to your calendar. Let us know that you're coming. It's going to be a great time, and I would love for you to be there. I worked really hard on producing this event, and so I'd love it if you joined us. It would make my heart very happy.
Nice.
All right, we got a couple minutes left. Nick, do we have any other things that we wanted to talk about from Max, chat, anything you wanted to highlight from the virtual experience?
Yeah, one, we forgot about a whole pro series of how to fire a client like a pro. Thank you, Mimi. Saw that one.
Yes. Yes.
That's a good one. But as a last note, man, I left Adobe Max like every other time. I became so inspired. I wanted to change everything about my website, about social media, about like just business, how I'm handling my clients. I needed that. It's been a long time since I think something has just radically kind of like inspired everything I'm doing as a creative.
Yep. For me, I don't know. Max was really cool. It was cool to see a lot of people from the live stream. If you are watching the live stream and you were at Adobe Max, let me know. It was really cool to see actual people, friends of office hours, friends who had their portfolios reviewed like 3 years ago. It was great to see all of you, and hopefully we can see each other on some more in-person events in the future. But until then, have a great Halloween, everybody. Have a great Halloween next week. Make sure that you subscribe to the Adobe Live channel. And Nick, can you give us some inspiration going into the spooky season of Halloween this weekend? What's our inspiration?
Oh, gosh. What's a good one, man? Don't be scared. It's just creative. There you go.
I love that. I'm going to look up an Arthur quote, and I am going to... Oh, that's King Arthur. Hold on. Wait, I'm literally pulling up the first meme that I see. All right, everybody. Your inspiration for the weekend for Halloween. Excuse me, why do I have to hold hands with this secondary character? It's random Arthur quote. I didn't have any Arthur quotes. Have a great week. Go watch PBS, and I'll see you next week at noon in Adobe Office Hours. Bye, everybody.